Hello and welcome to the Drawing Animal Podcast with Wesley Bear. I am your host, Wesley Bear, and on today's episode, we will be talking about the electric knifefish. We'll be spotlighting the black ghost knifefish as it's a pretty common species, but considering there's not a whole lot of specific information, we will be talking about knifefish in general. So the black ghost knifefish and most other knifefish occur within the Amazon basin of South America. They can exist all the way upward north and even into Central America and Mexico. So anywhere where there's streams or floodplains near a major river source, you will find um, knifefish in those smaller regions, but you can mostly find them within the Amazon basin, um, usually in a muddy riverbank. Um, this will be an important thing to keep in mind when we get into later. There's about actually 250 species of knifefish, ranging in all forms of color. But one of the common species, as it's a very popular aquarium fish, is the black ghost knifefish. And basically, it's pretty much all black or a dark-ish color with a few light spots here and there. It will shimmer in uh, certain sunlight, but that's mostly just tricks of light. It does have a few yellow streaks along its nose and back. And then it has two white stripes near the end of its tail. Now, the thing to keep in mind with knifefish is they actually have an undulating fin underneath, meaning they have no dorsal or pectoral fins. Instead, that undulating fin underneath is how they primarily get about. It acts basically as like a rudder, and they can move backward, forward, sideways, with pretty ease and pretty much in any direction just by the use of that one undulating fin underneath. Um, Now, as you can guess, electric knifefish also get their name from their other strong characteristics, which is their ability to emit uh, low levels of electricity for detecting other knifefish and for detecting prey. So they aren't going to have the output, say, of a close relative of theirs, though not quite the same, of the electric eel, but they do emit these electric pulses in order to basically maneuver around in this dark, muddy water, finding mate, finding prey, and even just generally making their way about, as most of the water they're living in is pretty dark and pretty muddy. And besides which, most electric knifefish are nocturnal. So they're not even concerned about being able to see because they have the low level detection. Um, the electricity is, as I said, low level. They try to keep it on a lowest frequency as possible in order to um, avoid detection and for fear of also running into other electric knifefish, as they are mostly a solitary species. So it's only there to attract other females or um, another mate, rather than collecting in whole groups. Otherwise, it would cause electric chaos, probably. So that's another important feature. They will um, lay eggs, and some, depending on the species, they will also give live birth. So they'll build a small nest for their small hatchlings, and then eventually they'll grow out of that environment and live on their own. They can live up to 15 years in the wild and about 20 years in captivity. They're a pretty frequent tropical fish to spot in the aquarium circles, but just depending on the species, which can be anywhere from about 8 inches to 8 feet. It's quite navigation to keep such a species, so you do have to be more than your local aquarium hobbyist in order to keep this species. Um, but there you are. There is the black ghost knifefish. Um, yeah. Um, of course, its main prey is going to be uh, insects and other small fish, while being a prey for larger fish. So that's just also another quick note. But other than that, there's the Black Ghost Electric Knifefish and his cousins. So hope you enjoyed listening. If you would like to learn more, you can subscribe to my channel and look at my other stuff. You can also look at my Crazy Creatures book series, which is available on Amazon by Wesley Bear. And hopefully a website will be coming in the coming months where you'll be able to access a whole bunch of other of my art and other resources. And so we will hopefully put that all together maybe sometime by the end of the year, early next year. So depending on how it goes. So please, in the meantime, enjoy nature, enjoy drawing, enjoy God's creation, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.